Hey everyone, welcome to the very first video on this channel. This video marks the beginning of what is probably the biggest adventure of my life. I'm almost 40 years old and for the last 15 years I've worked for the same company in the automotive industry. Most of the time was spent in production, maintenance, making sure machines kept running and production stayed on track. It was a stable career, predictable paths and honestly the kind of job many people would consider safe. During that time, I also had the opportunity to learn programming, spending a year working with C and C#. Looking back, I had no idea how important that experience would become later in life. Because outside of my day job, I've always had another passion: video games. For the last 6 years, I've been reviewing games for online gaming magazines. 3 years ago, I started volunteering for a game marketing company, helping with campaigns, content and various marketing activities within the gaming industry. And that's where something changed. I realized how much I genuinely enjoy working in this industry. Not just playing games, but helping developers get their games in front of players. Learning marketing, building communities, creating content, solving problems, helping projects grow. At the same time, I kept experimenting with game development myself. And as everybody else, I've built prototypes, lots of prototypes. Probably too many prototypes. But like many aspiring developers, I never actually finished a game. Until now. Recently, after 15 years with the same employee, I lost my job. At first, it was actually a shock. And if I'm being completely honest, it hit me much more harder than I expected. For a while, I struggled with depression and found myself in one of the most difficult periods of my life. Eventually, I made the decision to seek professional help and spent 6 weeks in inpatient therapy. Looking back, it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Not because it magically solved everything, but because it helped me understand myself better, reconnect with what truly matters to me, and realize that asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Today, I can honestly say that I'm in a better place mentally than I was before all of this happened. And strangely enough, that difficult chapter gave me the clarity to finally ask myself a question I had been avoiding for years. If not now, then when? Just get happy. So instead of simply looking for another safe path, I've decided to take a chance on myself. Right now I'm working through all the paperwork and discussions required to start my own business. I'm in contact with the employment agency, exploring options available for self-employment and, company formation. Well, there's a lot of bureaucracy involved, probably more than I'd like, but that's part of the journey, and I want to take that journey. So the good news is that I will continue working with the game marketing company I supported for the last 3 years, this time officially as a paid partner. And alongside that, I'm working on my very first commercial game project. I will talk much more about that game in future devlogs, so this channel will document the entire journey. The wins, hopefully, the setbacks, the lessons, the mistakes, and hopefully the growth. I honestly don't know where I'll be a year from now. Maybe this will end up being the best decision I've ever made, or maybe it will be a complete disaster. But I'd rather try and fail than spend the rest of my life wondering what could have happened and stay unhappy. So if you'd like to follow the journey of a nearly 40-year-old guy trying to build a game development and game marketing business from scratch, consider subscribing. It would help me a lot, and you might get to watch me build something amazing, or you might get a front row seat to a spectacular failure. Either way, it's going to be one hell of a story. See you in the next video and hopefully you guys stick around.